Khufu, the renowned pharaoh, is credited with constructing the Great Pyramid of Giza, the tallest pyramid in the world. Khufu named his monumental creation Akhet Khufu, meaning horizon of Khufu. This ancient marvel stands as one of the seven wonders of the ancient world and is the sole surviving structure from that esteemed list. Originally, the pyramid's base measured 230 meters on each side, and it soared to an impressive height of 147 meters. However, the relentless forces of erosion and the collapse of its apex have reduced its current height by approximately 10 meters. To build this colossal structure, ancient Egyptian workers meticulously cut, transported, and lifted an estimated 2.5 million blocks of stone, each weighing around 2 tons. These workers quarried the limestone blocks from a nearby site on the Giza Plateau for the construction of the king's chamber and its intricate ceiling, known as relief chambers. The Egyptians employed granite stones. Given the absence of granite in northern Egypt, they sourced this material from the distant quarries of Aswan and transported it via the Nile River to Giza. Such a massive undertaking demanded exceptional organizational skills, as the arrival of stone shipments had to align precisely with the construction progress on the Giza Plateau. It is estimated that around 25,000 skilled workers were involved in building the Great Pyramid. The overseers provided these workers and their families with food, drink, clothing, and medical care. A dedicated city was constructed near the pyramid to house the workers and their families, complete with mills, bakeries, breweries, and slaughterhouses. Remarkably, mummies of workers with healed fractures have been discovered in the Giza region, attesting to the advanced medical care provided to the pyramid builders. Originally, the Great Pyramid was covered in white limestone blocks quarried from Tura. These quarries were located on the eastern bank of the Nile, necessitating the transportation of the blocks across the river to the pyramid's construction site on the western bank. Over time, these white limestone blocks were removed and repurposed for construction projects in the growing city of Cairo. The main entrance to the pyramid is situated on the northern side. In the 9th century AD, the Caliph Mun ordered the construction of a tunnel beneath this entrance to gain access to the pyramid's interior. The Great Pyramid contains 3 chambers. The first, located beneath the pyramid, is built into the bedrock. The second, known as the Queen's Chamber, is situated high within the pyramid's core, and the third, containing Khufu's sarcophagus, is located above the Queen's Chamber and connected to it by the Grand Gallery. The granite sarcophagus, measuring 2.28 x 0.98 x 1.05 meters, was transported from Aswan and placed in its chamber. During construction, as the tunnels were too narrow and the sarcophagus too heavy to be moved afterward, neither a mummy nor any other artifacts have been found within the pyramid, suggesting that it was robbed, possibly during the Middle Ages or even earlier. The only artifact definitively associated with Khufu is a small, 10-centimeter long statue. The Giza Pyramid Complex. The Giza Pyramid Complex encompasses more than just the Great Pyramid. On the eastern side of the pyramid lies the mortuary temple, of which only the foundation stones remain. The Valley Temple, which would have been located near the Nile River, has not been found. During Khufu's reign, 2 cemetery complexes were established on the eastern and western sides of the pyramid. On the eastern side, 3 smaller pyramids were constructed as tombs for Khufu's queens. The southernmost pyramid was intended for his great wife Henetsin, while the middle pyramid was for his wife Meritites. The northernmost pyramid was initially believed to be for religious purposes until German archaeologist Rainer Stadelmann discovered its connection to the tomb of Khufu's mother, Queen Hetepheres. A 4th, smaller pyramid on the eastern side is thought to have served a religious purpose. During Khufu's reign, several large mastabas, or tombs, are located on the eastern side of the Great Pyramid, serving as burial places for Khufu's relatives, particularly his sons and their wives. The smaller mastabas on the western side were reserved for high-ranking officials. These cemetery complexes were expanded in subsequent dynasties to accommodate burials of important individuals. Solar boats. Near the pyramid, 7 pits containing solar boats have been discovered. 2 pits were found on each of the eastern and southern sides of Khufu's pyramid, 1 near the mortuary temple, and 2 between the Queen's Pyramids, the southernmost pits, discovered in 1954, each contained a complete but disassembled solar boat. One of these boats has been restored and is now on display in a dedicated museum adjacent to the Great Pyramid. The second boat remains in its pit and has been studied using cameras and lighting equipment. It is planned to eventually extract and reassemble this second boat. What should be the topic of our next video? If you enjoyed this story about my life, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment.